Good morning. How are you? I am Lex from Options Brew TV. Welcome to the show. We have two great guests today from Stock Pilot.app. We're going to join us today, Jackson and Chuck. It says Charles, but I think he goes by Chuck. Hi, boys. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. So tell the viewers a little bit about your product. So let's just lead in a little bit. Tell us what you're doing. Just give us an overview of what goes on. I'm putting across the screen stockpilot.app/home. That's where they can find you. So tell us a little bit. What do you guys have?
I'll kick it off. So we're a social hedge fund platform that connects investors to ranked traders. So we can rank traders on our platform. Investors can go through, subscribe to the ranked traders, and pretty much automatically mimic their trades. So as the traders trade on our platform, subscribers can go through, investors can go through and subscribe to those trades, right? And pretty much take the same trades that those ranked traders are taking as well. Anything you wanted to add
Yeah, I
to
mean,
that?
kind of the idea there is to give the common investor access to more complex trading strategies that aren't typically offered.
Right.
Sure. So and option centric for the most part, right, guys? So
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Options have a little bit more complexity to them.
Right.
So if it were just like trading stock, that's an easy one. You're either buying it or you're selling it, right? So pretty simple there. But yeah, so and how complex do the strategies get? I mean, do you get into some butterflies with some of these traders and some iron condors? What's the gist of it?
Me? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, of course, iron condors. Anything that gets very complex to where the average person says, "Hey, I don't know how to trade that personally." But yeah, I think right.
Yeah, pretty much depends on the strategy, but as far as support, the complex stuff, multiple legs is supported. Yeah.
Sure. Cool. So the concept being, let me just make sure we got this right. You have a network of, let's call them pro traders, lack of a better term. Doesn't mean they're necessarily professionals in the true sense of the word, but they're very good at what they do.
Right.
And understand what they do, and they've done well. They have a track record of sorts. They can publish their trades. Your users who subscribe to Stockpilot can see this if they follow these traders. Click a button, populate a ticket, send the trade out, and follow the leader, as it were. Is that right? Sort of.
Yeah, follow the leader is a good way to put it, right?
Okay.
So as the traders trade, their trades go out. It'll also go out in the text format so that they can obviously see what they're about to trade before they trade it. The subscriber can see it.
Yep.
But yeah, follow the leader is a good way to put it. I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, that's great. It's a powerful tool. I love the concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
And roughly, what's the network of folks? Are you trying to build this up to have 500 leaders, or do you have one leader? How does that work?
Multiple leaders. I think multiple leaders. So kind of what we're doing too on our platform is we're tracking the performance of these traders. So the idea is the more we have, we can track their performance, and then we can rank them for our prospective clients. And then that enables the subscribers to make the best decision when choosing to subscribe. So more traders is always good.
Right. Yeah,
sure.
That's what I was going to add. The more traders, the better, because if you get the everyday person, everyday subscriber that goes to our website, if there's only 3 to choose from, their options are pretty limited options. But if they can scroll through and say like, hey, this guy trades equity, he does about 3 trades a week. Hey, personally, I want to trade options. And I want to trade every day here, every day of the week. They can scroll through and see that. So obviously, the more traders, the better. Just so there's more to choose from. But yeah.
Okay. Got it. Do you guys want to show a little bit of the software? Or do you guys want to talk a little bit more about it? What would you like to do?
I would say let's transition and share the screen. Yeah, I think that really ties both sides, the trader and the subscriber, together. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we brought in your this is your website, right? So this is where folks would go and navigate first. Is that correct? Or maybe not first, but once they've signed up and done their thing.
Yeah, next to the homepage, this is pretty much first. So this is our trader listing page.
Okay.
So as traders integrate with Stockpilot, they can get listed on this page. We do collect a little bit of data, historical transaction data. If they wish to be listed on this page, that's optional. Not every trader wants to give us information or even has 12 months worth of data to give us to then give us make a rank for them. But essentially, this is where the subscribers come and they can choose what trader they want to follow.
Yeah, and with that too, actually, would you mind scrolling down a little bit on the listing so we can see the full
Oh,
So-
do I scroll down?
Yeah, you have to-
Yeah, you can scroll down, Jackson. Go ahead.
Right. So this is an example of one of our listed traders. This is not a real person. This is TradeBot Test, right? But to give you an idea, this is where a subscriber would browse our listed traders. Now, in order to help them make the best decision, we have a few different things here. So we have two ranking systems that we use. The first is the pre-flight stars, and then the second is our generalized platform ranking. So as Jackson said, our traders, when they register, they can optionally provide a historical performance data file, like their transaction history, directly from their broker, and then with that, we'll grant them between 1 to 3 stars, corresponding to their performance relative to their peers. So that's a good way for new traders registering on our system to be listed publicly right away. Second, we have our platform ranking. So this is the trade performance analytics as it's tracked on platform. So in order to get one of these rankings, we do try to collect about a year's worth of data. So we have an adequate sample size, which is why we also have the pre-flight star system. And then moving across the board, you'll see a couple other things like monthly fee, the total assets of accounts that are following, and then additionally tiers. We do bucket our accounts, our subscribed accounts, into multiple tier sizes, each of which we do track the performance across, as you can see within the tier section.
Great, that's awesome. So essentially then a subscriber can just kind of filter through this somehow and find I'll say the superstar leaders, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it might not be, it might not be necessarily superstar. It could be, hey, this person does things that fit my profile as a trader or investor, right?
Exactly.
I like what this person's doing. It makes sense to me. It's a little bit easier for me to follow. He or she has some good stars. And what's the max? 3, 1 to 3?
The max is 3. Yeah.
Okay, and 3 being the best, obviously, right?
Yep.
Are we going to go to 5 stars? Do we go from 1 to 5?
I
love
Maybe in the future.
That's great. So it's a nice, easy way to navigate. It sounds like, right? To find that leader who suits your personality and investment style, right? Or trading style.
Right.
Yeah.
And to add as well, you know, we're not really looking for the superstar, like, hey, like big returns, like a nice, modest trader that is consistent, you know. That is ideal for us. That's what we like. I mean, a little shout out to the trader that we've been working with, Garrett at Rip Trades. He keeps it pretty even. He's a long-term trader. It's very modest. It's very easy to swallow for somebody that maybe a subscriber that's not used to trading.
Right.
That's a little shout out to one.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, we can go back to that screen if you need to. So that's really awesome. I love the concept. I love it. Question: what about, how does it work? The leader helps a follower get into the trade. How does the leader help the follower get out of the trade? How does someone realize the profit? And look, there's going to be losses. Let's call it like it is, right?
Right.
Not everything's going to work. So on the bad side, are there levels that the leader publishes that are probably zones to get out?
Yeah. So the leader pretty much in and out. It's they're trading, and then the people are following along. So obviously that trader wants to get out as well. Whether it's to take profit or a stop loss, they're going to get out. So then the followers are also going to get out.
Okay, so the leader then publishes, hey, I'm getting out here, and the follower can click on it and exit the trade if she wants to.
And at the same time, if the subscriber is at every time like uncomfortable, the trader maybe is taking something a little too low, or maybe they're at like 200% profit, and the subscriber is like, hey, that's good enough for me. The subscriber can always exit on their own as well. So that's pretty important as well. When you connect your account as a subscriber, feel free to sign into your brokerage. If you don't like a trade or something, for whatever reason, you can always exit.
Yeah.
For the most part, you're following that trader. They're going to do what they do, and you're following along for the ride.
Great. I love it. Awesome. Now, how many trades, I don't know, per week, per month, however you want to define it, do subscribers generally do? Is it many, or is it, what do you think the average is?
It does vary, but I think we see more frequent trades than less, right?
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I want to say they probably open about 3 to 5 positions a day. Is that?
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're very active traders. So that's another thing too. You know, if a subscriber can't be in front of the computer during market hours, because most people work or go to school during market hours.
Sure.
That's just like they don't have screen time there.
Right.
So a lot of what we want are active traders that, hey, they're actively trading while you might not be able to, but you can still follow along and you know, get some of that.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I love your model, guys. I really do. So is it officially available to the public, or are you still sort of in beta? How would you describe this?
It's open, but we are in beta. So we have a big update that we're launching this month. Which is what you saw there, the trader listing page, as well as the trader dashboard. So traders can go through on our dashboard. They can send the order through. It'll connect to their personal account, their Tradier account, and send the order for the trader as well as the subscribers. And then also a cool little feature, what I mentioned before, when the trader puts a trade in through our order submission form, it'll put it in text format so that people, maybe they follow along manually, maybe they have their own club. They can also follow along as the trader trades through our platform. But that and the trader listing page is launching this month.
Okay, terrific. Awesome, guys. Anything else we should know about? I know I always ask about price. I don't know if it's a sensitive subject, but people have to know. Give us average price. I know every professional or leader, probably has a different price based on his star rating, I'm guessing. So the higher stars are more expensive. Is that safe to assume?
Roughly speaking, yeah, we do let the traders decide their price. It's their strategy. They know what type of returns they might expect, what account sizes, and ultimately what would be a fair fee. As a base, though, the Stock Pilot automation does cost $100 per month, and then we have a bundled fee where you get both the trader, their community, as well as our software bundled together. So typically, what we've seen in the past is anywhere from say $200 to $500, depending on the account size. But again, that could vary depending on the strategy or the trader.
Got it. Okay, and that's all spelled out on the website, right? On stockpilots.app.
So
people can find that there.
Yeah, and if I could add to that as well, so that's the subscription fee for the subscriber, the investor that wants to follow along. As a trader, this is completely free to integrate with. All you have to do is, pass our transaction thing if you want to be listed on our trader page. But other than that, that's optional. You don't have to be listed on that page, but it's still free to use as a trader.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So what if one last question here, I'll let you guys run, but what if someone subscribes to stockpilots.app and doesn't necessarily subscribe to a leader? Is that doable, or does that not even make sense? You're not going to get anything out of it. Is there something other than following the leader here that's available with Stock Pilot?
Pretty much just following the leader. So a lot of these leaders do have a community, which you could just join the community, but
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So the communities do exist, and then the Stock Pilot automation is more just like an additional feature for these communities to offer.
Okay, got it. Understood. This is great. So you're kind of bringing the whole social world to trading, right? And then having a good solid leader behind it. I love it. I think this is great. I love the community part of it. So what happens if people, like all the follower type folks, are in your community and they start sharing ideas with each other and aren't necessarily leaders, and is that?
That's a great point, actually. So one of these traders, we call them pilots, right? But more so than a trader, it's actually the community itself. So like each pilot you see on the listing page, they could have I'll call it a co-pilot, but they could have multiple traders where if you have a few people that work pretty well together, you guys could all be sending trades for that community to follow. So yeah, there's definitely room for collaboration there.
Yeah, that I love. The pilot, co-pilot.
Stop.
You guys are so smart. I just tell you, it's unreal. So clever. Very good, guys. Well, congratulations on this. I think this is a big hit. Awesome. So I really love it. Launch date, you said it's not quite ready, but what's your feeling?
We're calling this release this month. What's next? Tradier is actually immediately after.
Okay. We want to get the listing page out, the trader dashboard out, and then right after that, Mr. Coder over here is going to integrate with Tradier, and then so probably January 1st.
Okay, good.
Sounds about right.
Hey, don't wreck the holidays with work. My gosh,
we're already wrecked, man.
You're already wrecked, huh?
Yeah. we've
All
been
right.
heads down just working and pushing this thing out.
Okay, good. Well, congratulations. This is exciting. We're looking forward to it on our end. So very good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm going to Chuck and Jackson of Stock Pilot.app. Those guys are great. I think their product's going to be awesome. Please, when we got it all hooked in, let's get signed up for that. So really, really terrific stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to Options Brew TV. Give us a like if you can, and we will see you next time.